Hello, what's up guys? So it's been a while since I made my last update on my Tokyo Station layout, but the thing is that I haven't been working much on it, so it's been almost unchanged since the last time. The station part, it's almost done. I mean, I consider it like 95% done, just missing a few details here and there. But the biggest part where still I need to work on, it's the city part here. I laid out the buildings as I plan on having them. I need to paint them, illuminate them by putting some LED lights inside, and then create some external spaces here by putting some green and some urban furniture, and yeah, so this is what I'm gonna be working on in this last update, so stay tuned for more. All right, so I've removed the backdrop so I can have better access, first of all, to clean the rails that are hidden, and then so I could better remove the base where the city will go. So this is a 5mm polyplat base, so I can work on it better on a table instead of leaning down. So I've with a cutter I've marked where the streets will go, so I could peel off this layer of plastic from the polyplat, and I've started sanding the street using a very fine sandpaper. I put it on this 3D printed small contraption, so I could sand it like this. And so this is the difference. This is not sanded, this is sanded. I still have to clean it up and of course make it a little bit more nice, but this is the idea. So after a little bit of sanding, this is the final result. Well, final for now. Still needs to work a little bit more on details, but yeah, this surface looks pretty good. And also as a bonus, with the powder that came out of the polyplat while sanding, I weathered the pavement so it looks more used and not brand new. So I've taken apart I think they're all Tomics buildings that I'm going to paint, because they are just made of bare plastic. So yeah, I'm gonna give them a primer and then paint them some gray shades, and yeah, we're using spray cans. I have now painted all the buildings. Well, some are still the same color as the original, but I have also weathered them slightly so they don't look like new. And now I need to find a way to put some light on them. So to put the light on the buildings, for example, in this one there's a hole in the middle, so I could run a cable through, and I'm trying to figure out how to better do it. So yeah, let's see. So here's what I do to illuminate the buildings and to set them up. So first I put some tape like this on the inside of the windows, like this. Then I put some electrical tape on the inside. Now ideally you would paint the whole inside black to avoid the LED lights to be seen through the walls, but I forgot to do it, and this is the easiest way to do it. It's still not ideal, so if you do it, paint the inside black. I apply one of these LED strip on each floor on the ceiling, like this. Then I solder the cables, the two cables to the LED strips, and do it for every floor one by one. So after connecting it, closing it, connecting it, this is the final result. Now, of course, it's not perfect, but the main problem are of course, the levels that are not sealed. So there's some light spillage, and I just kind of fixed it by putting some Mod Podge glue. And here is the city all illuminated. Now it's way too bright. So right now it's 12 volts. I need to get a power supply where I can set a lower voltage, maybe 9 or 7 volts, because this is way too bright. And here it is with 9 volts power supply. It looks a little bit better. Now the one thing I wish I did differently was to put something inside these buildings, because they look empty, but now it's a bit too late to do that because they're all glued. Oh well, next time. This is the base, almost finished. I still need to put some details on the sidewalks, like guardrails and objects, but the street is done. I used these decals that I got from Japan, and it was a long process, but it turned out decent. Then the sidewalk, I used the Tamiya mask tape to put on top of the yellow strips, because those were too bright. So I just roll over the tape. It looks a little bit better, and then I use some paint to weather the sidewalks and to make them look less repetitive. I still need to finish the part between the buildings. Now the darker parts are the ones that's gonna show. It looks like pavement, and I just need to add the green parts. And here is the final version of the base. So without the buildings, but this is it. Put the lighting, the traffic lights, some signals, and that's how it's gonna look. This is top view. Here is the lighting also installed and turned on. Now the problem is that some buildings are way too bright. For example, this one is okay, the Uniqlo, but these three are way too bright, and also that one is way too bright. Those two actually. So I need to put some resistance for those buildings, because yeah, they are way too bright. Oh, I think this is the final version. Now the lights inside the buildings are more or less of the same intensity. So I created 3 different circuits, one 12 volts for the Uniqlo building, one intermediate for these large buildings, and one with higher resistance for the smaller buildings. easier. Oh, this looks okay now. It's time to put it on the actual layouts now. Because also I have this, and this needs to be soldered on a base, so I need to do some soldering. This is the back, which will never be seen again. Finally, we are ready to move everything on the layout. So this is the final version. I've added some greenery here, and yeah, so I'll put first the base, and then one by one the buildings, and connect them and see if everything works. Okay, so here it is. It's final configuration, finally. Oh, need one last touch. Bang! Now it's complete. Yeah, actually, it's not really complete because these areas still need to be finished. We're putting some grass, some green stuff, and also we need to populate the streets because they're pretty empty, but I don't have any figures, so for now they'll just be in lockdown like everywhere. So, well, actually I do have something to put. Buses. I can put buses. Where can I put them? Like here. And another one over here. There you go. Two lonely buses. And here is a night view of the streets of Tokyo around the station. So this is as complete as it's going to get for the time being, until I'm able to travel back to Japan and buy some remaining stuff. I also need to buy a few decoders for trains. This one doesn't have the front light, and another one doesn't have a decoder, so it cannot run. But for the time being, I think this is like 95% complete. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm gonna take some video next about with trains running, so you can see how it is. And but yeah, for now that's it. So if you like the video, hit the like button and let me know what you think in the comments. Bye.